7:44 remaining in the first half. Excellent first half so far for Barako Bull. This fast break brought to you by Smart Bro, tomorrow's internet. The bullet pass by Denok and the finish by Carlo Lastimosa.
Yung sinasabi natin kanina about Barako, its performance against Kia last time out when they held Kia to 71 points, which also happens to be the defensive average ng Alaska for #1 in the league in the rankings. I think that goes to show kung anong potential ng Barako as a defensive team. There, they got another steal and another basket in transition. So kung anong ginagawa ng Alaska sa ibang mga kalaban ng Alaska, yung full court press, yung trapping defense, we don't see the full court press from Barako, but they are trapping the guy with the ball and they're denying the entry pass dun sa full crew position. Although nakakuha si Santos ng bola that time.
I think De La Cruz stepped on the baseline, so the ball will go back to Barako Bull.
Well, good game planning here for Barako because they are really denying the entry pass into the low post area. And if you're Alaska, you want that low post pass because that's where the execution, the movement of the triangle emanates.
Shot clock down to 10. RR, Penisi, open shot, Lastimosa for 3. Baguio, Casio, and Abueva trying to quickly locate Sunny. The ball was tapped out. It will stay with the Aces.
Well, good deflection that time by Willie Wilson, who's doing an excellent job defensively on Calvin.
Now somebody held on to Sunny's uniform. It's against Denok Miranda, his first personal. We'll see the return of JC Intal, who started the game for Barako Bull. Jake Pascua will also be sent in by head coach Koy Banal. And Willie Wilson will sit down.
Alaska, not a single foul ng first quarter, pero dito, nasa penalty situation na sila.
Top shot by Cyrus. And Jake Pascual gets the rebound quickly to Lastimosa. Lastimosa is fouled. Blocking foul on Calvin Abueva.
Well, we did mention na nasa penalty situation ang Alaska after not having committed a single foul in the first period. Was si Alex Compton, and I had an extensive chat with him just a few days ago, and he was saying that he never expected to be a coach. Sabi niya, nung naging assistant coach nga siya ni Leo Oscar sa Welcoat, ni Caloy Garcia, ni Luigi Trillo, he kept on apologizing to the head coaches because hindi daw maganda yung performance niya. Sabi niya, but look at where he is now. He still has a lot to learn. Sabi niya, if you were to combine the head coaching experience of his assistants, Topex Robinson, Monch Cabieres, Franco Atienza, sabi niya, they would have more. Louis Alas, of course. And by the way, Louis Alas is not just an ordinary assistant coach. He's an associate head coach, similar to the positions that they have in the NBA. And that's to give him, I think, more prominence in his role in the staff.
So can I be an associate anchor? Taas ba yung ano ko?
Head ka eh. Head anchor ka eh.
Oh, I'm just your associate. Ikaw ang dadin eh. RR Garcia for 3. Rebound by Abueva. 3.5 remaining in the second quarter. Calvin Abueva is foiled. Foul on Mick Penisi.
Now that's important for Calvin Abueva to be able to show Alaska that you need to play with intensity. Sabi nga ni Alex Compton, no? Describing Calvin Abueva, what makes him so special is his quote-unquote dynamic athleticism.
Yan ang Mangwan Pinoy play of the half. Mula kay Denok Miranda, 100% galing ng Pinoy mula sa Mangwan. Packed with sarap ng Pinoy. 1 out of 2 for Calvin. Barako Bull still enjoying an 11-point lead. Under 4 minutes left in the first half. John Dan Salvador against Sunny Tos. Shot clock down to 10. John Dan to JC. JC against Tony De La Cruz. JC still has the ball. Shot clock down to 2. Intal for 3. As Casio hurries. Casio all the way for 2.
Now for Casio, he already has 10 points in this game. His previous high was 12 points in this conference, but he's coming off a 4-point performance. So this is good for him in terms of getting his confidence back as an offensive contributor.
Shot clock down to 6. 2.5 to go in the second period. Jake Pascual goes in, and the layup is good.
You know, that time, the defense of Alaska went over to the man with the ball off the pick and roll. Jake Pascual finding the opening and getting inside.
So Barako ball ahead, 42-31. As we approach the last 2 minutes of the second quarter. JV Casio scored a layup earlier. Sunny. Baguio for 3. Baguio can't shoot. Looking for a friend. Finds Sunny toss. Sunny will miss. Wow, that Alaska shooting percentages continue to plummet here in the first half as Carlo Lastimosa misses a layup. But JC Intal gets the putback and he will have a bonus free throw.
That's all about effort. Makita natin ang ginawa dito ni Carlo Lastimosa. Twisting in midair, pero nandun si JC Intal for the offensive rebound and the putback. Yun, effort. That's pure effort on the part of Barako. First, in setting the pace and going transition. Pangalawa, for JC Intal getting that offensive rebound in spite of the presence of Sanitos at si Calvin.
Let's go to Sel Guevara.
Sabi ni JC Intal, kailangan matapatan nila ang energy ng Alaska in the post. Lalo na napakahirap daw bantayan si Calvin Abueva. Sabi ni JC, masaklap matalo sa mga blowout games. At para manalo sila ulit, kailangan nilang tutukan ng pag-pressure din sa Alaska. Balik sa inyo.
Here's JC Intal posting up JV Casio. JC with a height advantage. He fires. 1 minute and 12 to go. And so far, Barako Bull has thoroughly controlled the action here in the first half. JC on the move. R.R. Garcia for 3. Yes, sir!
That's almost an open court situation for Barako. A deep penetration coming from JC Intal, and then the kick out to a wide open RR.
It is now 47-31 in favor of Barako Bull. Casio. Abueva. That's another missed field goal for Alaska. And Jake Pascual is down. Foul is against Cyrus Baguio.
Hinahawakan niya kanyang mukha. Might have been hit on the face. Let's see.
Yeah,
Ooh.
dude.
Oh my gosh, that was a chop. So he's not holding on to his face. He's holding on, I think, because
It's a nape area,
yeah,
or
back
maybe
of the head.
Yeah, or
Back of the head, John.
maybe the ear area.
Yeah.
Ayan. Is that what you saw? A karate chop from Cyrus, perhaps?
You know, in that situation, I'm sure the intention was to try to slap the ball away.
Well, this is the performance of Jake Pascual in his first 5 games. And this is what he did in his last game.
Double-double performance for the rookie. Once Jake Pascual is going to go over to the line now for free throws. Etong sinabi ni Jake.
Challenge yung mga unang talo. Maybe even that hard foul, you know, is a lesson for him.
Yeah.
Part of his matriculation as a PBA player. Solid game so far for Jake. 49-31. Wow, talk about an excellent first half for Barako Bull. And That will be an offensive foul on Cyrus Baguio.
Well, namimiligro dito ang pristine record ng Alaska. And I'm sure Coach Alex Compton, maraming pag-uusapan yan with his team during the halftime break.
30-second timeout here with 26 seconds remaining in the second period. Once again, the Aces so far undefeated in the PBA Philippine Cup. 6 wins, no losses. Immaculate record, which as of the moment appears to be at risk. Nagbabalik na, nag-iisang interactive app-based game show ng ang Moneyball Dribble of the People sa PBA. Hindi lang isa, kundi 2 beses na ang Moneyball dito sa PBA. Mas malaki na ang chance yung manalo, kaya dribblers makipindot na mamayang halftime. Chris Ross and Sol Mercado getting ready for their game later on. And we hope you're all having a beautiful afternoon. Chris Lutz also chillax muna before the game later. It is 49-31 in favor of Barako Bull. R. Garcia.
And what a luxury for Barako, working for the last shot before the end of the first half.
Basically the last shot. Meantime, here's RR. Fires, no go. Tony De La Cruz. Oh, it ends up with Jake Pascual, and he had a good look. But even with that miss, a solid first half performance for Barako Bull. And they're on top 49-31 over the undefeated Alaska Aces. We'll be back with more after these.